Right then, guys. Today my team Wolves face West Brom in the Black Country Derby for the first time in 9 years, and it ended in a disappointing afternoon in a 3-2 defeat, as West Brom got two penalties in this game. So that gave them a advantage, and they got pretty lucky really, because if they weren't given those two penalties, it would have ended 2-1 to Wolves. So it just feels like Wolves, we're just not getting any luck this season. But like they say, you can't get luck every season, can you? So now, after every game, after every Wolves match has finished now, I'm going to be doing a video on my reactions after the games. The reason why I wasn't planning on doing this today, right? But I'm getting so frustrated with the performances of late, over the recent games. So I thought I'd raise my frustrations here, and what Wolves need to do to step up their game, because we are struggling at the moment. So right, I'll tell you what I'm going to include in this video. So I'm going to be including in this video here my thoughts on the game today, and what we need to improve on. I'm going to be including a rant, a bit like the Roy Keane one against David De Gea when they were 1-0 down at half time after going that goal away against Spurs. But he said this Wolves rant is not going to be a violent one. Well, the one with Roy Keane wasn't a violent one though. I'm going to be reading out some other comments from other Wolves fans and their thoughts on the game. I'm going to be putting a question up on here, which will be, what are Wolves people's opinions on Nuno? Is he in or is it out? Or who do I think we can sign in this current window, which I just can't see us signing anyone at the moment? Well, not many clubs in the January window tend to do that much, do they really? And I'm going to include the first. What else I'm going to include is the last thing now, is what we've done well today. So right, let's start off with this rant here. Right, I am flabbergasted. Michael Oliver, a well heard of referee in the Premier League and VAR, you hang your head's insane. Represent refereeing matches in the Premier League and support West Bromwich Albion, betray the Wolves fans, betray the fans. And I am sick to death of this VAR. I'll be throwing punches at that screen at full time, and there is no way of getting away with giving 2 penalties to West Brom, making them lucky to beat us. And I know for a fact that this referee, Michael Oliver, isn't a good referee. And he isn't Premier League quality, and he's been at it for too long and his time is up now. Well, at the same time, we shouldn't have bottled a 2-1 lead. We should have pushed on for another goal when we're 2-1 up after half time though. Instead we didn't do that. We gave away a penalty. I don't know if it's a penalty or not. Personally, I don't think it was. It wasn't too much contact. And they score Semi Ajayi. We give him a perfect header for him to score, for them to make it 3-2. So, right, now I'm going to move on to the bit now, which is my thoughts on the game. Right, my thoughts on the game today are number one, seeing Fabio. Today we saw Fabio Silva getting his 2nd goal of the season, in hope that this will boost his confidence up, because if he scored 1 goal, if he has 1 goal, I know he scored 2 now, right? He could then go he can then go on and score 3, then 4. Then his confidence will be really high then. One other thing I was really pleased with today, seeing Bolly coming back from injury and getting a goal and an assist, and getting an assist for Fabio Silva to score as well. So it just proves how much we've missed him, really. And now we just... Well, one other thing I'm going to say here. When we brought on a Nori for Connor Cody today, I think anyway, and he looked really good when he came on, and so that he deserves more minutes. Right, the next bit I'm going to talk about now is... Well, one more thing I'm going to say about what we did well in the game today. Going forward, we did actually do alright. It just... We did do alright, we just didn't convert the rest of our chances. I thought if we had lots of chances to win that game today. I thought if we'd have converted to it, we could have got a third or a fourth and won 4-3 maybe. But it's an entertaining game today. It's a lot closer than I thought it would be. When we were 2 at half time, I thought we were going to go and win something like 3-1, 4-1 or 5-1. Bit like when they beat us 5-1 at Molineux about 9 years ago. But I didn't support Wolves then because I wasn't really into football then. But of course I am now. I'll tell you what got me into football. When I started kicking the ball on the field a few years ago at my house, I thought this is really fun. I want to do it again. When I supported the team. And I do a lot of my other friends were supporting Wolves, and I wanted to support Midland Club as well, so I thought I'd go and support football. Right, the next bit we'll go on to now is what we need to improve on. Well, the first bit is we need to sort out our scoring problem due to Raul Jimenez being injured. We've got to play Patrick Catroni more, or bring in a striker in, even if it's on loan, like Origi we've been linked with. Or Jovic from Real Madrid. Well, Fabio Silva isn't good enough to play all the games. I'm not saying he isn't a Premier League player, isn't good enough, because he proved he is a Premier League player today when he scored. So, when Raul Jimenez is back and we play Catroni more, Fabio Silva might score more goals and learn off them. Right, one thing I'm not happy with in this team is that the formation we're now using 4-3-3. We need to go back and play that 3-4-3 formation, which suited our style of play, and instead now we're playing 4 at the back, and it's a 4-3-3 system. It just doesn't suit our style of play right now. And Connor Cody doesn't fit into it too good. He didn't play very good if we play like with the 4 at the back. And now, of course, that thing is, now that we got Bolly back from injury, proving his quality and how much we missed him today, let's try and defend better, as he's got a goal and an assist today in the game. Showing off his quality. I know he gave away the penalty. I don't know if he's good at the back today, but as long as he scored a goal and got the assist, that's all I really care about, really. So right, what bits do we go on to now? We'll go on to some of the comments from some of the Wolves fans here. Some of the comments I got off Instagram here. Right, we'll start off with one comment from someone called Ollie. His account Wolverhampton Wanderers FC. Here is one that I do agree with. People saying Nuno out. What else can he do? Look at our injuries. All the brilliant balls coming in from Adama and Neto. If we had Raul, we could have had another three or 4 goals in the back of the net. Stick by your manager, even if it's in a rough patch. That's one thing I can agree with. Well, you've got to put things into perspective with the injuries we've got. Podence is out for a couple of weeks to come. John is a pretty long-term one. But that came on last season, so we already know about that. I don't know when Raul will be back because that skull injury was really serious. Well, he's back watching the team now, though, so he's showing some improvement here and stuff. And he's been on the training ground for a couple of sessions. So that was a good comment from Ollie there. So right, we're going to another comment now, which is from wolves-sac.c. No, not Nuno's fault. We were way better than them today, and without some dodgy decisions, we should have won that game. Yes, exactly, that's what I said. If West Brom would have had those 2 penalties, we'd have won 2-1. Yeah, so great comment there. So right, I've got another comment here, which is from Wayne Bennett. Right, here, Black Country Derby, no fight, no pass and no idea. We go 2-1 up and capitalise again, basically bottle the lead. There seems to be no togetherness, no team spirit, and worst of all, no confidence. Seriously, do not see 4 at the back suiting these players. I'm Wolves through and through, but that was really hard to watch. Yeah, I've got to agree with you here. It's good to be Wolves through and through. It just proves how much of a loyal supporter you are. So right. I've got one more comment here, which this is one that I put on today, then somebody replied back to me. Someone, Harrison.Hates1738. Right, let me just say, tell you what my comment was here. I said, people, stop saying Nuno out, you plastic supporters. Because some of these fans, when we got promoted to the Prem, I don't think they actually really do support Wolves. They're supporting them because we're riding high. This is what this Harrison said back to me. He said, agreed mate, we need to back him. Yes, that's what I've been saying. You've got to support your team through and through and be a loyal supporter. When they were in the Wolves were in the Championship, when we were through the bad times, I was really good to the club. And can I tell you this now? When he said to me at the end of the Championship season, we went to the Premier League, he said, do you want to renew your membership? And I said, oh, that sounds great. What do you get for it? They said, well, nothing. But he said to me, well, there is a chance that you will get to go to a Wolves game because we'll be giving 5,000 tickets out for in the chance you can get into a Wolves game. So I was like, oh great. Oh, that sounds great. Is that for every game then? No, the whole season, he said. And how are you going to get into a game? They'll probably be gone even after one game. So, bit of stupid come out and say. He said for some of the games you need loyalty points. And over the Wolves website, I've never known such a difficult website. Man. Right, I've got another comment here. This is I got this comment off a Villa fan here, which you hardly ever see. Right, it says here, Villa fan central account here. Don't be so fickle. You can't win a game giving away 2 stupid, needless penalties. You're creating yourself a mountain to climb. Without a striker, you can't be expecting to do much more. Cody is not good enough for a 4 at the back. His lack of pace and defensive incapability is very evident to see. Nuno out isn't the answer. So the majority of people are still back saying Nuno should stay. So right, what else are we on to now? We're going to the Nuno in Nuno in or out question here. Right, this is my opinion here. In my opinion, it should be Nuno in. Let's not forget what he's done for this club, and we need to back him in the hope of finding some results and form. So right, let's go through one account here. Right, Wanderers.wjf. For Nuno in 85%, for out 15%. So nearly everyone said Nuno's to stay. Right, the other account is Wanderers Weekly, and the vote is for Nuno in 68%, out 32%. So it's a lot closer on that one. And this is through one of the best accounts here on Instagram. Wolves Alex, he's really good. He is underrated page. Nuno in 70%, Nuno out 30%. So nearly everyone is staying with Nuno. So right, I'll go on to the next bit now. Is who should be signed? Who should be signed in this window, even if it's just one player? Which I can't see us signing anyone at the moment. If we're going to sign a player in some sort of position, it's got to be a striker. Example: Diego Costa, Origi, or Jovic. I can't. It will be on. If you do sign someone, it will be on loan. It won't be permanent. Right, last bit of the video now is what do we need to improve on? Well, the first thing we need to improve on is sorting out our. Oh, I've already done that one. We're at the end of the video now. Right, we've got surely next Friday it's FA Cup week, so hopefully we can do a professional job and surely not to cause an upset against us. So, and good luck to Chorley in the next round. It's always nice for a non-league team to do well in the competition. So I hope you all enjoyed my reaction today. Hope we'll start doing a bit better. Have a good one, guys. Up the Wolves. Bye, guys.